Hey, what's up guys? Brandon Gentile here, Legacy Group Real Estate Team. We have a myth for you. We got our Q&A. We got something that we get asked all the time, and it is pricing a home. It is centered around pricing a home. And the biggest myth, really for sellers, the biggest myth is that you have to price your home high so that way you can give yourself wiggle room, and then you can come down because the person's going to bid you lower, etc., blah, 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 blah. This is the biggest myth in real estate, especially when it comes to the seller side of the game. There's just absolutely no reason to be pricing your home incorrectly. You actually hurt yourself in the long run. And we see this all the time, especially in a market like this. People try to overprice. They think that everyone's just gonna, dive after their home, and then no one ends up purchasing their home, and then they end up chasing the market down because people obviously think that there's something wrong with it, or it's priced too high, whatever it may be. And because of them not pricing correctly in the beginning, they start that downward spiral, and they find themselves not only losing money, because money's one thing, but you're not guaranteed money at the sale of a home. Just because you have an accepted offer, you're not guaranteed that. There's still a lot of things that have to be done in that process. There's still appraisal, there's still inspection, all these big hurdles to get over. But when you price correctly, when you price a home correctly and you've got 3 offers, 5 offers, 10 offers on your home. We just had a home the other day, a week or two ago, 20 offers on it in Royal Oak. It literally had 20 offers on it. You give yourself the ability to pretty much write whatever you want in the contract. You give yourself all the leverage, the ability to get concessions out of there, to get contingencies out of there. Everything's gone. You pretty much guarantee the sale of your home. A guaranteed appraisal, things of that nature. It's incredible what can be done when you price the home properly. And one of the biggest myths also is that, when it comes to that, people think that, we can do this or that to the home. All these things can be done to sell a home. And truly the biggest thing that sells a home is price. There's a lot of marketing schemes, a lot of stuff we can do out there, and a lot of amazing things we're doing now with Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat. And your property's never before, again, I can only speak for our team, it's never before been able to be visible to so many people. It's never before. It's visible to so many people on so many different platforms now and all the different things that we're utilizing. But none of that will help in the end unless the home is priced properly. If the home is overpriced, I can show it to every single person on earth. But it doesn't matter if it's not priced properly. People aren't going to buy. It's just like you going to the store. It's kind of like you walking into the store, walking through the mall, and you see these shoes that are amazing, and they usually sell for $100. And guess what? They're on sale for $150 or $200. I mean, are you going to, in your right mind, are you going to buy those shoes? Maybe if they're the last shoes on earth, but let's be honest, your home's not the last home on earth, right? So until we start going to Mars and doing stuff like that, things aren't going to change. And it's just a fact of life that, when there's a home that's not selling, the thing that's wrong with it, we used to say price or something's wrong with it. When a home's not selling, there's something wrong with the price or something wrong with the home. But truly, if there's something wrong with the home, then there's something wrong with the price, right? So it all comes down to price. So again, you have to, all the marketing and all the systems and all the processes are absolutely part of the process. If you don't have a real estate team that's doing that for you, then you already lost the game. I mean, it really should be, all the different platforms, all the different systems and processes that we have. I mean, every person should be doing that, truly. Unfortunately, they're not, but everyone should be doing that. It's a given. That should be part of every real estate team's processes to do all, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And if someone's not, then, I don't know what to tell you, but price is huge. It's the biggest myth in real estate when it comes to selling. And we're going to talk about the buyer side here another day, but I wanted to do the biggest selling myth, sell side, list side myth that there is, because it's something that plagues everybody. Everyone, it's counterintuitive to think that, well, especially in a market like this, if I price my home at fair market value or around fair market value, that's all I'm going to get. That's completely opposite. We see that left and right. We just had, again, 20 offers on a home in Royal Oak. The home went up almost 30 grand and got all the terms and conditions that they wanted because they priced correctly. The homeowner wanted to price about 15, 20,000 over what we ended up pricing at. So we ended up getting more money than they even wanted initially, and we got them all the terms. So, I tell that story just to give you an idea of what pricing a home properly does. And it goes for any market. You got to price the home properly. It's just, you got to put yourself in that person, in another person, a buyer's shoes. Like if you were buying the property, would it make sense for you to buy an overpriced property? Would you even waste your time? This is another thing, actually. One last thing. One of the biggest myths is that people think that when you overprice property, people are going to be fine coming in and lowballing you, and then you can start a negotiation. That is probably further from the truth than anything. In all my experience and all the stats that we have seen, people do not want to lowball, because most people are scared to do that. Most people don't feel comfortable to lowball. They don't want to offend the seller. They don't even waste their time. They don't even bother. So again, another huge myth in real estate, and it's something that I wish it was just totally gone from the industry. For some reason, people think these two things, and it just couldn't be farther from the truth. So pricing the property correctly, and then you get away from these, quote unquote negotiations that you're going to get into. People don't want to. People literally do not want to lowball people, because they don't want people to feel bad or get mad or whatever it is. So pricing the property correctly, it is the number one thing. It's the biggest myth out there, to overprice a property, and then you're going to be able to get what you want, because then they're going to come down a little bit and you've priced it in already. It's not how the game works. Again, you got to put yourself in the buyer's shoes. If you're walking down the strip mall, if you're walking at the mall and you see some shoes and they're $50 more, or whatever, 10%, 20%, 30%, 50% more than normal, than what they should be, the average fair market value, would you purchase them? Would you buy them? So it's a question you have to ask yourself. So I hope you guys got something out of it, because it's super important. We're going into the selling season. We're going into something that these things are going to help you when you go to sell this year, and or if you go to sell next year, whatever it may be. These things are super important to keep in mind when you're pricing the home and getting ready to sell. So I appreciate your time and energy. It means more than anything to me, to my team, to everyone here. It truly is the most important thing we have, and we appreciate all the attention and time and energy you guys give us and you spend with us, and the messages and all the you name it, the text, the emails, everything. We appreciate it a ton, all the questions you guys give us. So thank you so much, and we'll talk to you guys soon.